which is given another name entirely, will rise from amongst their ranks, turning the tide against the negative forces. Injustice will not continue forever. Even a broken clock is right at least 2 times a day. The hero, whore, was a temple prostitute, esoteric story character. We are much greater, encrusted sevenfold with positive energy as armor, the mighty. That was reason 26. The biggest issue we have with overpopulation is people seldom greet each other anymore. When passing by on the street, jogging in a park, this is in 2010 that this book was written and given away for free on the internet. Jogging in a park, walking on the beach, or pretty much anywhere, unless people are drinking, and then nothing is clear. Truly, if we are prepared to see a one-eyed green alien and accept them before we can see our own neighbor, who might be of a different ethnicity, but a human nevertheless, we're not human. We're not human. So, having experience, having a soul experience, a slow growth, we have missed the mark. There was a time that if you happened to see another human while in transit, you immediately greeted each other with hugs and kisses of astonishment as you tried to communicate by first giving gifts and showing them things you have found on your journey, as they did the same. You would explain to them the various territories you have crossed, what resources were there, and what to be aware of. Oftentimes you learned their customs and came to respect their individuality, marveling at how the Creator made things so diverse. And now you like, oh, you different. What's wrong with y'all? Because you upside down and inside out. And you in one side of your brain instead of balancing both. The middle, that bridge, the rainbow bridge. That's colossal. Now that we have faded away and people are looked at as expendable, some even as worthless, by others as racism increases. What the fuck is racism? What is a race? What are you running to? What are you racing for? To see who can get the biggest house with the ugliest fence, and how many dogs and cats and children and cars. You work to make money to pay for all the shit that's been taken out of earth, instead of building and having the things you want inside your dream space, where you leave no footprint here and it's clean and pristine as our ancestors supposed to have left it, as it once was, until all 8 billion fucking people. Yeah. What's the point? Work. You see how they divided your 24 hours? 8 times 3 is 24. They give you 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of play, and 8 hours of work. I don't live in a 24-hour day. I don't have a day. Days. I don't look back. You come forward. It's not a week. It's strong. Just invert. Start to flip. Flip yourself right side up. Your lexicon, your verbiage, flip it. As you flip your words and all this and that, you will see forgotten if you have climbed up on the ladder, you are in a perfect position to help the person below you. But most of y'all in the barrel and pull motherfuckers down with you. Or are you trying to climb over them? Instead, they give them a boot in the face, knocking them down further. We must reestablish communication. And this is what I'm here to do with those who seek to understand. Because that's the first thing. I live by principles. I don't follow man's law. I don't follow no motherfucking religion. Legion. What is a legion? Don't the divided man, the demon, got legions? Start breaking the words down. Listen to what comes out of your mouth. Or are you just an android? When you look around you, if you are someone is lonely or troubled, speak to them. I find it amazing. Men will speak with the devils, demons, and brutes, but not their own kin. And men sit up and speak to demons, devils, and brutes, and not their own kin. Reason 27. The unique blend of ethnicities is one of the greatest assets of Earth. We have so many things to share with one another. While religion has kept us divided, teaching us not to mingle with one another. What? Just like the covert in 2019 told you stay 6 feet apart, which breaks the harmony and keeps you out of one another's Taurus field, energy field. So they tried to disconnect everyone, and they did. But we're flipping that back right now, aren't we? Our souls are all unique, and none are the same. Thus, we operate as a team with multiple functions endowed with splendor and beauty. It's only the blind that cannot see this. It's pictures, but I'm not sharing all that. I'm just reading. People, no matter the color, never overcame, and they still face a constant barrage of self-degrading tactics, especially by the sellouts of the music industry, bombarding the world with low-frequency sounds. If you hear the sound, you hear. I think I got it on alpha. Got it relaxing. The thing is to sit still and listen and pay attention to what you're listening to. Pay attention at 10. This is not just exclusive to the African Americans. What is an African American? I hate that terminology. I dislike, I don't put no labels on myself. But all races that have members who in thinking of only of themselves have become the catalyst used by the dark elite. The dark we're gonna Star Wars that shit. The dark force. We're not calling them elite. They're a dark force. Or the former power stealers used by the dark former power stealers to deceive their people. The Brotherhood Yeah, the brotherhood. They never talk about the sisterhood. You notice that? They never talk about a motherfucking sisterhood. Never. Do you ever hear about the sisterhood? When the sisters were the priestess. When the sisters were the shamans. Yeah. Of Ma, the brotherhood of Ma sent Mahatma Gandhi a firm contact of the Theosophical Sophia, I'm breaking the word down. Sophia, well, we know it's theological. Theosophical Society as the Mahatmas and Mahatmas have always been Ma. Any word that starts with M-A is Ma. It's the first sound a baby makes. You know it's Ma and Die. Let me flip it. Like Dharma or like Dogma. It's dog and ma, God and am God, dogma. You have to literally play with the words. They were sent to quell the disturbance in India with a pro-peace movement. What's peace? To break apart in pieces movement so the British could regain control as the uprising began. So when motherfuckers start kicking up dust, they come try to shut that shit down every time. The Indians, a people tired of being enslaved on their own territory by the British, finally reached boiling point. They pacified them through Mahatma's pro-peace teaching and kept them from taking back Persia. With Mahatma Gandhi, they make all this. He got a whole collage of motherfuckers use, and a lot of them making the same goddamn face. It's funny because it's a show. It's a play, and it's a stage. And we casting new characters now. Taking back Persia until England could regain strength from spreading itself too thin in its hasty plans to complete world domination. What is the world? World. WHIRL. World. Word. Now they have turned their country into a giant telemarketing call center. Because, now this was 15 years ago. That made my point even better by far. Every time you call a customer service agent, who the fuck on the phone? I ain't even gotta say, y'all already know. Y'all said it yourself loud as hell right now. Who the fuck on the phone every time you try to call customer service? I don't care who it's with. Who on the phone? Reason 28. Modern research in behavioral science and gestures have shown all the individuals on this left to be insincere. The latest Lord Maitreya position in the center of globalist Benjamin Krem is scheduled to make his avert once the U.S. economy collapses. And they've been collapsing the U.S. economy. But we won't have it because they make recession every fucking year. What is that? That ain't for us. They ain't talking about us who really don't have. That's talking to those who don't want to lose everything they have because they don't know how it feels not to have. Get that part. Lord Matriarch has already appeared in several countries of the Orient. We don't even use those words anymore. The Orient and all the spiritual leaders are endorsing him. Maitreya say he is the Maitreya, Messiah, and Mahadiya that all religions have proclaimed to be awaiting the arrival of. What they call it in that book? The false light, the false prophets, the anti. Against the us being the Christ consciousness rise, they're against that rising. Y'all thinking there's a person that, what did that person represent? You have to read things for yourself, not let other people read them to you, and then you're paying them. Pimp, oh, better have my money every Sunday. Well, bitch, where you at? Don't make me make a song on here. I like, bitch, would it be? Better have my money for thee. Bitch, when you come in here, Sunday in your hat and your church shoes, yeah. Bitch, where is that? I'm about to pass my hat around to you yet. Bitch. His miracles so far have been magnetizing water in which people can enter and become healed. If you believe, then it shall be. Just like the placebo thing. If you believe in whatever it is, if you take a pill and you believe it's going to heal you, it's going to heal you. It ain't going to heal you because it's the pill. You're going to be healed because you believe. The faith that you have in something and how magnificent your mind, heart, and body is, especially in unison with one another. There will be no limit to these types of deception in the last days as the science and energy of the body produces what appears to be miracles to people who don't know they can do the same thing. As I was saying, I'm reading this. I've been reading this for like about 2 weeks when I can get time in, and it's like 12:54 in the morning, Monday, March 31st. What was that? We need to finish up right here. I just did my child here. And we was watching one of the Marvel movies. Civil War, I think it was. Have y'all heard of this Moonlight? This Marvel? Disney be telling all type of shit. They got the hippopotamus in them. He telling me, don't say, that's such and such. I purposely don't watch certain things and just like to study and get an understanding and a comprehension on certain things and have it where I can speak on it fluidly. And when I observe certain things, I don't watch anything. When I observe or research or analyze films, I have the deeper understanding, the symbology of it all. As you know how people like to break down movies, I break it down for myself to understand what the fuck they really was trying to say. Because it's not entertaining. The people who don't know what they're doing, they're entertaining you. Entertainment, mint is Latin for mine. Entertain. What do you tame up? What? Y'all tame, y'all, how many of y'all got god dogs in y'all house? They told y'all their name. What's the dog name? Wolf. because they domesticated wolves. Wolf. Wolf. They spell it what? R-O-O-F. It's spelled W-O-F too. Wolf. Woof. They told you who they is. That cow moved. She told you who she is. She jumped over the moon. If you ask me, did these men and women know how they are being used, I would tell you that I believe some do not. It seems they believe in peace so much it fills up completely beyond understand a bigger picture. Like some people be so filled with the spirit they can't see that the preacher is a pimp in a nice ass suit, but they still drive a caddy. They could not be themselves if it was under some type of false pretense. To me, this is no different from the pastor of the church. I love how my confirmation comes. The congressman with the beautiful family and the great smile, the bartender or the inspired musician who brings forth the work of degradation. You know, this is crazy. I have to show the picture right now because the first picture, this was 15 years ago. The first picture, y'all see that there? Y'all see? She ain't here. And where he at? And you see that under his jacket? Yeah. 15 years ago. That part. This is why you gotta go back to move forward. Reason 29. Media. Which is media. Where they from? Media mogul Sean Combs. What about Sean Carter? Sean and Sean. It's actually wearing the Maltese cross, which symbolizes a heavier involvement in the Zionist agenda. This cross cannot be worn unless you are an initiate. Unless you are initiated. Even rapper Jay-Z, Sean Carter, under the label Rockefeller Records, could not use the name without some type of granted affiliation by civil law. Well, civil. Primordial chaos. Order out of chaos. Because naturally, everything's chaos. Everything's been inverted. Upside down, you gotta turn yourself right side up. And get inside out. You're gonna be when you leave thee. They are willingly puppets selling out to the illuminists to push rape music. Rapiers is where the word rap come from. Rapiers, those who take. That gradually destroy the mental and physical morale of the listener. Rock has always been a tool, and right now the piece fits on why all this is coming about. Let me make this bigger. I'm sorry. I could have made it bigger for you too. There are others who are conscious of what they are doing. We find people like Emperor Haile Selassie, still revered by the war-torn Ethiopians of Nubia, who are clueless to the paramount role he played in subduing that once rich, fertile country. He turned their remaining resources over to the queen, who he was in constant return with. You see the Jamaican jam into the Rastafarian tools with little, if no knowledge of who Ras is. Ras is another form of Ra, Marduk, a god introduced into the Nubian by Ramses II on his maddening mission to be the greatest pharaoh to bring about conquest of the whole world. See, the people y'all emulating, oh, I'm Egyptian, oh, I'm in that, all them motherfuckers was mad as fuck. Mad means crazy. They was mad as fuck. They was out their goddamn fucking mind, literally. Consumed by the ego. Who you supposed to be balancing and understanding what is you and what is not. That position he never achieved. Thus, he defaced the temples and shrines of the Egyptian ancestors, removing the names and bodies of the previous inhabitants. Surely this was a dark man that would do anything for his personal gain. Thus, he prostituted the people to the gods of the underworld more than any in his lineage. What is your lineage? Your blood. The blood is in the blood. Why you think they want to drink the blood? No, it's the blood. It's in the blood. It's in the blood. Damn it. The plasm. Let me read that again. Surely this was a dark man that would do anything for his personal gain. Thus he prostituted the people to the gods of the underworld more than any in his lineage. Ramses II. Yeah, I always felt some type of way. I'm like, why is they opening these people casting out? Like, them y'all people. And then he shows him when he was young, and with the Pope, and with the other Pope, and with the Queen when she was young, before she died and they broke her wand. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down. Oh, hell yes. That's what I sung when she transitioned. I'm like, yeah. And the shit has started. Reason 30. First Haile Selassie was exiled from Nubia and reared as a child by the Zionists. And when they say you reared by the Zionists, guess who else was reared by the Zionists? So y'all can see the pictures and you understand what I mean when I say, who else was brought up like that? They killed their real parent, or the one they told you it was, because you don't know who somebody came up out of. Just like we just found out about Whitney. Did you know that the Z and the Queen L produced the Camel? We like to speak in code because we can. He is given a first-class education and then reinserted back into Nubia, where he became emperor. See how they do? And they've been doing this. If ain't nothing wrong with it, wash and rinse, goddammit, and put it on repeat. It's been on repeat, but that shit is over with now. That shit over. It's over now. It's over now. You treated me so bad, it's over now. Hey, hey. It's all over, babe. It's over now. miss Luther. I miss Luther. They broke his heart when he couldn't sing. I miss my fucking Luther. Vandross. They use and abuse him with their talents. He then proceeded to divide the land and relinquish its resources to the monarchy. He is seen here with a young Queen Elizabeth, Theodore Roosevelt, and the Pope, the Papa, for them. When you see and study all this, you begin to realize why not much progress is in the right direction has been made for humanity. Because it's motherfuckers who making sure it don't happen because they don't want you to rise the fuck up into your power. Because as you rise, they fall. Simple as that. That's it. That's all. As you rise, they fall. As we go up, they come down. Period. Like they say, if the checkerboard is sitting on your back, the chessboard, if you stand up, what's gonna flip to the chair? It gonna tip the fuck over. The people we are taught to idolize, I don't idolize a motherfucker but myself. Celebrities I call sell liberties. You sold your liberties. You's a fucking slave. They work for them. And then they not only work for them, they use your body. Because I always went like, damn, too all the time. You just work and work and work and work and work and work and you a slave. And then they lend you that shit. And then when you leave, they take it back. And then probably do some rituals and shit on you. Like they did Aretha. Who saw that? Red, with red shoes? All right. The people we are taught to idolize are revolutionaries, presidents, dictators, religion leader, etc., etc., are placed in front of us like a carrot dangling in front of a rabbit. And I'm the wood rabbit, and I don't chase out the carrots. I don't even eat carrots because they ain't real. If I can't find no purple one, I don't want it because all I see is orange. All this shit fake and that way, because everything that's real can reproduce itself. It ain't got no seed in it. Then where the fuck it come from? If it ain't got no seed in it, then where the fuck it come from? Huh? A lot of hair on one braid. And I just take down the first braid. It's just like, I take down my hair once. I had my hair down at once. And I ain't never wore it down at once since. It's not since it's been this long. Last time I had it down was 2014. Yeah, it's been over a decade. One day I'm just wear it all out. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it all out. Take it down and wear it out and moisturize it real good and see how it look. We trees like flowers. You gotta stay moist. You gotta stay moist. My lips dry. That's just I'm up and talking. So I got 2 braids left. Yeah, it's like a little hour. Minty. Where is that? In front of rapping. We want to believe we can elect one person to handle all the troubles of the world. I never believed in that shit. I ain't voting. You vote because people died to vote. Yeah, but they ain't got nothing to do with me. What the fuck you voting for? What they had to die for? It was proven making a point. That the shit is rigged and the gig is up. Goddamn it. The shit was rigged and now the gig is up. And all troubles of the world so we can go back to our daily programs. It is decreed that until we come together and take control of our worlds, not world, because each of us is a universe, those in power now who do not care about humanity, like me and you, will continue to decimate it. As long as we keep trusting them and remaining lazy and insolent to what we get to do, which is take our world into harmony, we will not feel the yoke lift. Yoke, got that thing around your motherfucking neck. As good people, we want to believe that someone like Obama, he said the nigga name, I already spoke on the change. She be the change. Just saying a term, and y'all and niggas just but that skin folk ain't kinfolk. Motherfuckers around here wearing bodysuits and shit. Y'all ain't caught on yet. We literally wearing masks. Human face masks and shit. Goddamn clones and shit. Motherfuckers are test tube babies. Could change our course, although every indicator told us he would not. Because you don't peep the play. This is no different than thinking Christopher Columbus discovered America. And that ain't even that bitch name. When there were already entire maps conscribed before he was even he put the whole scientific word for sperm, spermatozoa, detailing the whole world from an aerial view, and it was not flat. Maps been out. They took air balloons up. They had one accident and made sure that nobody take one up after that, because they don't want you to see the truth of how shit really is. Layers upon layers upon layers upon layers. Reason 31. How did I get all the way back here? I read all this shit already. As shown on CNN, Obama, CNN, Cain and Abel. That story deeper than what you think. Has more powerless former powers in his lineage than most presidents in U.S. history. You want to see all the people in his lineage? Let's see all the people in his lineage. See all the motherfuckers in his lineage? You see them? The Dick Cheney, the Bush, the Reagan. And that nigga Carter, and that nigga just died too. She just died, he just died, she just died. D, 1, 2, 3, gone. No, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them gone. No, 5. That nigga gone too. That bitch might be gone too. Yeah. Zionism is not a color, it is an idea that is not even Hebrew. The web. Her web. In case I give you turn the letters around, it's her web. Her web. Hebrew is her web. Turn the B and the R around and flip that word around. It's her web. He told you we love the crossword puzzles. This is what we do. It's hot. Fuck. I don't like it cold. I don't care how warm it is. I said I don't like no cold one. I like it how it used to be. The global warming is Earth going back to her original state. Ain't no damn winter. That's hibernation. Why everything else go to sleep, but not you. You're supposed to be resting. It is safe to say that what is put directly in front of us, especially through popular media, the sorcerer, needs our personal investigation and common sense before it can be trusted. But common sense ain't common. That's why I just call it good sense. Because common sense ain't common. Because a lot of beings out here don't got no goddamn common sense. They ain't got no damn sense. Common sense before it can be trusted. The sheer energy of crowds envelopes all who are in the midst. As hearts begin to sync up, all are in the hands of the so-called world leaders. And in the past, few have led in the right direction as they groped about the darkness of Kali Yuga gathering. Kali, you know her, the one who like to cut the motherfuckers' heads off. Where's she from? That place. Gathering all the resources for their private groups, consuming far more than the average citizen and never loosening New York. They running from their karma. But you can't escape. No matter where you go here, you can't escape her. You can't escape her or it. We cannot continue to be looked at a resources at. We can't be continued to look at as resources rather than human beings, rather than supreme beings. Taking the mainstream word for it seems to always prove unintelligent. They are liars, and they will say and do anything to make the masses out here celebrating Christmas. It ain't Christmas, it's Christ's Mass. What is a Mass? Disbelieve in what we have felt for so long, which is that religion, politics, that pole tricks, I call it, social and educational structures are developed to hinder, not free the people, lest they raise the whole earth, which can be seen itself as a large ship, into the higher heavens, that those that have fallen cannot ascend because it burns away all impurities. Yeah, as you were saying, all the impurities are burned away. That's what the sun do, because sun birth planets. It's androgynous. The gods need not money. It is man who needs the money, while the gods divvy up what is more precious to them, the gold or the soul. The gold soul. He got that glow. Yeah, the gold or the soul. That's what the gods want. They want your soul. The dog. Because y'all, they got this shit so flipped for motherfuckers. But if you ain't flipping this shit back by now, I'm so sorry for you, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I need some water. A couple years ago, I noticed the way I drink had changed. I can't even describe that shit. When I can literally take a bottle and kill that shit in 30 seconds. A whole 8 ounce. The way it just, never mind. You wouldn't understand. Unless you can do it as well. With taxing, taking 40% and the church taking 10%, paying tithes means doing something with your hands for another. which means to do, not to give. Because you got to pay 10% to who? The pastor? Your pimp? Bitch better have my money every Sunday. They got more orders than... What is one to do about the baby? The religion of Christianity has done enough on its own for anyone with a keen eye to see something may need to be questioned. They took your spirit and made a profit off of you, because profit is for profit. I remember when I went to church with my son, my sister, one of my siblings, and that nigga tried to put his hand on me, like, because they doing all that shit. And I just looked at him like, I don't feel that. What the fuck you doing? He gonna whisper my ear. Nah, nigga, I looked at him and went and sat the fuck down. I know that bitch is mad at the motherfucker. He said, hey, baby. Yeah. I'm not playing that game with you. I'm not finna play this game. I'm not giving you no change either. This some bullshit. And I ain't never into another one since. The church is a gathering of like minds. And it got shit to do with the building. Y'all been paying the building fund forever. We gotta get the roof fixed. Yeah, your head. Even the scriptures say the proof of wisdom will be within the type of people it produces. And the people in the church are some of the most criticizing of others. That ain't what you're supposed to be doing. If you're gonna criticize somebody, criticize your goddamn self. Like, why you don't read the Bible for yourself, and why y'all keep reading the same scripture? Why you ain't reading the whole thing? And then you quote it and still ain't unlocked the riddle, because it's all allegories, metaphors, and simile. And damn, majority of. As I often say, many of those who are in the church are only there because of the conviction of the Lord. The because he got in parentheses, viction of the Lord. And what's the Lord? Ain't the Lord the King? Ain't the King put himself as God because he ruling over everyone? But God don't rule over. The Creator, the Most High. Frequency, energy is not a fucking beam, but it could be a beam of light. Because nothing's greater than light. Not even sound, because some people are deaf. But they still see the light, because you see light with your eyes closed. I see great in the dark. Can you see in the dark? Whatever that statement really means, it sounds more like a jail sentence. Anyone who does not see religion as simple stairs to the top will often get stuck on one level or another, thus never entering complete enlightenment and only perceiving its premature phase, because everything is connected. As far as all the little pieces that everybody grabbed and ran with into their own little corners because they disagreements and then their egos. Enlightenment itself comes with having a firm foundation of truth, unshakable. Yeah, I was on this page too. Not able to be moved as it is fortified in exactness. That exactness comes when the real truth of whatever faith you elect falls upon your ears. At least at the moment you have an opportunity to really serve the God you claim to worship. Worship. What ship war are you? Who you are at war with when you are worshiping? You will not have the hidden doctrine of these faiths, which is generally reserved for the priests. And why all the priests wear dresses like women? Why everybody they was wearing wigs? You look at Pirates of the Caribbean, they got on wigs, they got on heels. The women got on boots, but the men got on heels. Peep that? Did you peep that? Why all the men always dress like women? Because they playing a woman's role. Because I didn't come out of you. And if we were inside of you, we were complete. Because we had to give birth to you. You can't give birth to yourself, Mr. Male. I'm just saying. Just think about it. Where's your divine feminine and your divine masculine energy? You are born with your mate. You're supposed to get to know it and become a whole person before you try to go mate with someone else. And that's why so much discourse in relationships, relating in somebody else's ship, when you're supposed to know about your own ship and get in the boat. Reason 32. When Rome merged with Egypt, they borrowed the rites of Isis, casting Jesus, because this is Jesus in Spanish, that J. Even in sign language, you got to make the J with the I. Even in sign language, you make the J with the I. It's I, then J. The hook. JC, John Carter. That hook, because it's I-E-S-U-A. Known as I-E-S-U, as the new Horus, which is also ours. Horus spells ours as well. We are not saying this individual did not. A lot of y'all out here playing set. Y'all out, and they said it's my set. Look how certain words are used and tell you the meaning of the true meaning, the ancient meaning of them. Just by the way it's being used. We're not saying that these individuals do not exist. He is, in fact, did. However, what we are questioning is the final destination of the Christian soul, which is in the underworld. Just like it was with the rites of Isis. Ra is the ruler of the underworld. He is better known as Amen Ra. Amen. Where you say that at the end of it. Amen is also name. Check that shit out. When you ask somebody, what's your name? You still saying amen, because it's the same letters. Rearrange. This is the word play. Amen Ra. Amen. And we know Ra's the son. See how they play with you. This is why all Christians prayers. Pray. And then it's pray. Pray, Prey. Are concluded with Amen. The Latin word for prayer, which is oration, indicates that power is in Orion. And aren't the pyramids point to Orion? Hey, Beetlejuice, Regal, Ceres. So that's where they from. It's pointing home to what, so they can go home. They be here, then they go home. They be here, then they go. In 1999, a movie titled The Matrix was released. Somebody said something I heard on a radio show from over a decade ago. He asked the question. Well, he made the statement, which I never really paid attention to until recently. I said, for those who watch The Matrix, remember when Neo, which is the one, because they saying there's only one person that can do this, but we know that's not true. Because Neo at one, that's the underground. When he merged with Smith, and who was Smith's father? The architect. Who was his mother? The oracle. When they merged, to me, that was signifying you merging one side with the other. Because you see how, because it's like he was the ego. Mr. Smith can go into anybody and they became him. I'm going to have to rewatch that again. It's like the more you comprehend, the further you go in yourself. The movie title Matrix was released and made its way to the top of the box office, churned a propaganda machine with numerous rivaling. I just read it all wrong. In the way the top of the box office churned a propaganda machine with numbers rivaling Star Wars. Star Wars, The Return of the Jedi, that's all I say. 1999. Because I remember when they thought the clocks weren't going to set or some bullshit. They was telling us in the end and all this and that shit. But we 8 years ahead to 2012 was actually 2020. Because Back to the Future. Back to the Future. Back to the future. Forward to the past. The city of freedom they gave the name Zion. Zionist. Blatantly Zionist propaganda, as even churches pride themselves on being called Mount Zion. Just as Bob Marley heads sway to the tunes he sings about Zion, the city depicted as having no worries. No worries. Everything's gonna be alright. And this is anything but true. Warriors. Those who have war and always worrying about something. The defeat of the mind of the masses was subtle, not by force. When the flutes, cymbals, and lyres play, then the vulnerable human force is lulled to sleep. They lullabied our ass to sleep with the movies and music. And now a great deal of us are wide the fuck awake. In the dream. That's in the dream. They show you the real Wassup. Because lying. You see how long they been playing the game? They've been playing the game with us for a long time. But then it's minds that come out here and put this shit together and then give it to us. And like, I'm going to give it to you, but it's on you to take it in and let it meditate on it. Reason 33. Many, we on the last break as well, and we just about to hit an album. Many love the flow of Bob Marley's Rastafarian music, never once noticing the Zionist connection. When the shields of the mind are down, the enemy is sure to invade. The New Age movement now insists there is no enemy, and this is just a figment of a mental hologram. Bullshit. Poisonous vipers, their words are sly. We need to take back Earth or get ready to leave it entirely. What is to come cannot be escaped. This was set in motion a long time ago and does not reverse, so we must work beyond it. They say humans unlock their true abilities under the scenario of fight or flight through the adrenals. And we know what else they're doing with them adrenals. Adrenochrome. Milk. You got milk? Would you lay on the cow and suck his titty? And most of y'all ain't even gave y'all children no titty milk. All 3 of mine got titty milk. We don't have no issues with each other. Forever, mama. Learn to stimulate those expressions and begin to work on you. Remember, what is happening does not come from a particular race of people. It is an idea that many are aligned with, and thus, I'm just putting words in, and has consumed their rational senses. There were, of course, many things hinted and alluded to in the movie The Matrix itself. We now, in fact, find to be true from various levels. It leads one to ponder the exact design of what we are really faced with currently and in our not too distant future. What kind of force will show us in something we are supposed to find entertaining? That it has us trapped in a Oz-like mechanical netherworld where our senses and abilities are limited and our energy harvested. Because in the Matrix, what did they have him when he chose the pill? Show him he was a battery, and there was a lot of other people plugged up. Because that shit was twisted and shit. Because I'm sure it's not like what she wrote it was as she wrote it down, her manuscript. And I'm sure when they told her they couldn't do nothing with it, and they waited all that time and actually then did something with it, they didn't do it to Pacific, to how she did it. They had to put they fucking twist on it, them brothers. It beckons one to ask, are we really in a matrix? Earth is real. That's for damn sure. Clap your hands to get your energies flowing. I got something for y'all. Get the energy moving in your hands. Now your hands getting on. Do that like 4 times a day. I'll do it again for you. It's all type of mantras. Like I like to sit like this. This is my favorite. This is my energy flow. Play with your hands. Do this. These are mantras. This is the shit they be doing on the like even the fucking Crips and shit do mantras. They doing mantras. Do they know they doing mantras? I don't know, but they do the mantras. Can we be pulled out of the matrix? Is there actual code to the matrix? This book will show beyond the shadow of a doubt that the answer to the question being proposed above is yes. And that is not all. This book will awaken your memory and quicken you, thus causing your DNA to reformulate, which I will prove to be possible by the end of this composition. DNA, he got it in capital letters, itself is manipulated. Why I can't say that right? Manipulated. I guess certain words my tongue don't even like to fucking pronounce correctly. By the mental state surrounding and acquaintances of the individual subject. When any of these are altered for a certain period of the DNA itself also alters and reformulates according to its environment. They study us. You must study yourself. This means that once you become firm about what you know to be true, especially about your special abilities that have been dormant, the DNA will reconstruct itself to make what you will believe again to be possible happen. Because you got the power. When you got that glow, this is one of the main secrets of creating the superhuman. You have to give it reason to activate itself. It's not going to do it. It's dormant. This takes consistency, and as we talked about earlier, a firm foundation grounded in truth to what really is, not what Maya or illusion attempts to make you perceive. Because Maya is the illusion. Maya. Mama Earth got her defenses up now. And this is the cleansing. Because other things talked about has already happened. They want us to relive something that been happened already. Got you waiting for some catastrophe or this, that. It already had happened. It been happening. The value of this to your future will be of Calumet Katana. Benefit, especially in the world today where knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. That used to play in between the commercials when I was younger. I'm going to say in the 80s. In the 80s, you be watching the show. We had Channel 2, Channel 5, Channel 7, Chicago, Channel 9, Channel 11, WTTW, Chicago, Sesame Street. You turn the bottom, UAF, I think it was, Channel 32, Channel 50, Channel 60, and Channel 66. Those were the channels I watched. When you had cable, if you had the cable box, I know some of the main one movies, HBO, Showtime, and Cinemax. And Cinemax played all the bang, bang, walk, sex movies and shit. The hot stuff, the rated And TV used to go the fuck off. I guess that's what it changed in a half a century. You wake up, the last show and already went off, and you wake up to that's that sound in the snow, what we call snow on the screen. Because TV used to go the fuck off. Now it's on 24/7. Distraction. And we don't even turn the motherfucker on now. We talk to the motherfucking black. As we sit up here talking to it now. Because we talk to ourselves any motherfucking way. Might as well share what we say. Because it might help somebody someday. And mama said, get your ass up and get on there and tell them what the fuck I said. So that's what I do. Because I listen to what my mama tell me to do. You can thus remove yourself from the cubes known as the hexagon. Hexagon. They put a hex on you. Hexagon. Or the beehive. At one point, long ago, a jealous force recognized that certain types of knowledge meant unlimited power to those in possession of it. Thus, much of the valuable knowledge was removed. This is why you always wonder, who the fuck am I? Why am I here? Or do you? Because I always have the W's. What am I? When am I? Where am I? Why am I? What's the other one? I said what, when, where, who am I? Certain types of knowledge meant unlimited power to those in possession of it. Thus, much of the valuable knowledge was removed. All written copies were burned, and we heard about this. Think about this. It stated that the Library of Alexandria is Alexandria, not Alexandra. Alexandria. They keep taking the feminine names and making them masculine or making them animals. Is where they had the March on Washington with MLK. And MLK is ancient. That's some shit too. MLK, that all that water, what all that water is, that was the library, which I call library. Where'd you get your liberation at? Buried, lies buried. Burned, although at least one copy was placed in the 5-mile library under the Vatican. Vulcan. I guess they from the series. Ain't Vulcan this series? Ain't that in the Orion? In replacement, we receive lies mixed with truth, which does a horrible job on the mind as we watch the masses plug about clueless, still searching for themselves because religion has fulfilled almost none of its promises. And you run around looking for someone and don't even realize the person you run around looking for is yourself. And that's the truth of the matter. Reason 34. And then I'm gonna have to show you the picture of the beehive. I don't like saying the elite. Oh, let's call them the dark light. The dark light depicts the world full of worker bees trying to be something, but they are trapped in hexagonal cubes. This Platonic knowledge introduced the dark square or cube. You know, that black cube that they be walking around putting all their energy inside of for somebody else to take out of, harvest it. The Platonic knowledge introduced the dark square of the cube. Pythagoreans introduced several methods of trapping organic spirit into matter cubes. We will speak more of this later. Now I'm going to show you the picture. As soon as I get through this twist. So let's read and I'll show you the picture. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse moi. We are talking about that feel good on that air release and you feel your body empty. So satisfying. We are talking about the love of foreknowledge, and I can make myself better when I want to, which gives you don't hold no gas. Let it out your mouth and out your ass. Let's say that again, because it hurt if you get trapped in there. Don't hold no gas. Let it out your mouth or out your ass. Which gives you the ability to know what will happen before it takes place. This is the time it is most useful as things speed up. You will be able to do this without the aid of books and scholars, thus you will be placed back in the driver's seat of the life exiting the checkered cab. When I read checkered cab, what popped in my mind is the checkered cabs from the movie The Wiz. If any of y'all watched The Wiz. With Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Ted Ross. You can't win. Please go watch The Wiz if you never watched The Wiz. I have a DVD copy. Matter of fact, I did receive, I bought a DVD, what it's called, Drive, so I can play some. I'm gonna play the motherfucking Wiz. Matter of fact, I'm sure a lot of people ain't heard of it. They probably heard of it, and if they haven't heard of it, I'm sure they probably watched it. It was made in the 70s, but it's like one of my favorites. That, Little Shop of Horrors, in the color purple. Because I read the book. I don't remember most of it, but I need to read the color purple. But I'm going to show the Wiz. We're going to air that on Twitch and record it. Yeah. We're going to live stream the Wiz. And I might do that tomorrow. The reason I'm up now because I'm not. Yeah. We're going to live stream the Wiz. Because Quincy, that motherfucker flew out the country before they can get his ass. You know how motherfuckers, once the shit start hitting the fan, motherfuckers start leaving. They was trying to vanquish, changing their names and shit. It's too late. It's too goddamn late. It's too late for that shit. It's too late for that shit. Yeah, gonna be it. I'll put my head up. It's too late for that shit. Get it. Gotta vacuum tomorrow anyway. Let me show you pictures. And it says 6/6/1919. And that G is geography. And that's a compass. I mean, the right angle, because there's no left angle, it's only a right angle, correct? The right angle and the protractor, which are used to make perfect circles and sieges. Let's just read this page, and then we're going to check cap. The issue we all individually face is that we wait to see what is going to happen next before we react. This is called reactionary. This leaves you with no preparation and little time or ability to shape the future. I say that one should confront danger and fear before they become closed in by it, instead of allowing it to greet you on your doorstep while your loved ones are inside. Run and face it so you may prevent it or at least prolong it. This may in fact give those you care for the edge they will need to prepare. Again, think of the 7-year-old who will have to live at least another 10 years in this world and what they are to face in those 10 years. What kind of monsters have we left for them to battle? Supplying people with the information would at least allow you to say that you did the best you could, which is also why I write this to you before my departure. When comprising this particular work, what came across my mind, since I had long since discovered the code, was to write a book that even when the reader is finished, they could continue to write their own unique personal novel of experiences. Due to the fact that we are all entwined in some way or another to what we are experiencing now in the world, you will find amazing syncs. in your life that all roll into why you are here. Just because few are using the collective consciousness channel does not mean that it is not always broadcasting. We are sending out this transmission as we are broadcasting on the Rabbit Hole Radio Show. We are always linked to it. In fact, it is more like two lovers who have both fallen asleep on the phone and the lines remain open although there is no one speaking. Yeah, we're going to cut it right here because we know people got short attention and don't like to watch stuff. And I'm going to finish reading this later. But I'm going to read from the beginning. Eventually, I'm going to read that. But I need to read it for myself first. Maybe. We see how we feel. Look, y'all have a good night. It's time, baby time. I have things I like to do tomorrow and share. So, I see you around. Because I did say last time I was on here that I was coming back Monday with Alice in Wonderland. Some more pages on that. Have a good night. And should I say good morning? Good day. Hey, hey, hey.